Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the WGU Software Engineering Degree. So I did make a video on this probably about 3.5 months ago. It was my third ever video. It wasn't the greatest video. The text was small, didn't really know what I was doing for the most part. This video be a little better quality, better Excel spreadsheet quality. I've updated the spreadsheet. Basically, it'll show you how many credits you can transfer in. Basically, it shows you that you can also transfer in certifications and get this down to about 30 to 32 credits that you need to do at WGU. And it saves the easier classes for WGU so you can graduate faster. So basically, for example, software engineering course, you can do that at study.com and transfer it in, but I love saving that class for WGU because it is a 4-credit course at WGU that is just basically a writing assignment. There's no coding in that class, and you can get it done in 2 or 3 days. I think I took 2 days, maybe 2.5 days on that course. Very quick writing assignment if you have time. So just go somewhere, sit down for, several hours, a couple days each, and you can hammer that out. Just like any performance assessments at WGU. When it comes to performance assessments at WGU, none of them should take you more than a few days if you have a lot of time to spend on this degree. If you want to understand how to hack a WGU degree, please watch my WGU How to Accelerate video. And also watch my study.com WGU video, which I will also link in the description. So those 2 videos are extremely crucial if you want to hack a degree at WGU. Especially this software engineering degree. So I'm going to take you through the steps how to do it. And I will say that before we get into the spreadsheet, that the computer science degree at WGU has always been my favorite. But honestly, if I put my bias aside, this might be my new favorite WGU degree. Why is that? It's because this is when employers look for a degree to become a software engineer jobs in particular, or data engineer jobs, or any kind of engineering job, they look for a computer science degree, but they also look for a software engineering degree. So software engineering, usually on a job description, you'll see computer science or software engineering. So both of the degrees are extremely valuable. Back when this degree was called software development, I didn't like it that much because jobs view that as like a niche title, like software development degree. I've never heard of that bachelor degree. Being called software engineering is much better. And also the curriculum for this new degree over the past software development degree is amazing. I love the curriculum. I'm actually going to make a separate video, which will probably be the video after this one, which is going to take a deep dive into a lot of the software engineering courses. This is the only degree I'll be doing that for, actually. I haven't even done that for the computer science degree. The reason I'm doing that is because a lot of these courses are applicable to your job, right? You have front-end development, you have user design, like you have so many courses that help you with your job and teach you. Like this degree teaches you more how to be a software engineer than the computer science degree by far. Now, don't get me wrong. WGU courses are not that in-depth, and even if it's a front-end development course, is it going to really teach you how to be a front-end developer? Not really, but it will give you the very basics. Like you'll at least be able to talk the lingo. You'll be able to do the very basics of the job. So it will teach you that. Is it enough to actually be a front-end developer? No. I think any WGU degree is going to require some learning on the side. Learning programming languages afterwards, and also just maybe an internship, maybe going on another website and doing a certification program or certificate program, an online course, just something that teaches you more practical skills, because WGU, or any college for that matter, any college is not going to teach you the applicable skills to, excel in your job. But this degree will give you the basics, which the computer science degree gives you more theory. This degree gives you more actual hands-on skills to work the software engineer job and gives you more confidence. So like I said, it's very close for me between the computer science and software engineering degree. But honestly, I might prefer this degree over the computer science degree. when it comes to wanting to land a software engineer job. So this is a great degree. You know, if I was going to go back to WGU and I had no degree, right? Let's say I had no degree. Would I do this degree or the computer science degree? And the question is, I don't know. But if my goal is to be a software engineer, I might just choose this degree because I feel like the classes are geared to help you learn software engineering more. And like, I think it would help me stay focused more, like knowing that I'm going to learn skills that help me with the job. So anyways, guys, we'll get into the spreadsheet right now. Guys, we are in the software engineering spreadsheet here from Western Governors University. And we will go over each course that you can transfer in so you can hack this degree and get it done in one term. You'll spend 4 months or so doing all these credits, go do 1 term at WGU. You have a bachelor degree in software engineering in a year or less. So here we go. Your basic general ed courses, which there's not many in this degree actually, but here are 4 of them, which you can knock out at study.com. And you have English and a few math courses you can knock out over at Straight-Align. And there's a couple Sophia courses that I recommend. Introduction to Web Development is only available on Sophia and not the other platforms. Project Management is available on study.com, but it's easier on Sophia, so I recommend it there. And then you have your computer science courses, right? Introduction to IT, you know, unless you want to get into IT, I would just skim this course and get it done as fast as possible. Database fundamentals, I would pay attention to this one because database, no matter what field you're in, when it comes to tech, software engineering, data engineering, cloud engineering, doesn't matter. But database stuff is always fundamental. Okay, you want to know database stuff, SQL, you know, all that good stuff. Introduction to networking. Even if you're not going to work an IT job, I still feel networking is pretty crucial to know. It's just like the foundation, you know, things that you need to know regarding being an engineer and just being knowledgeable about computer science in general. So introduction to networking, crucial course. Introduction to programming, obviously. This is the bare basics you need to be an engineer, to code, to be a software engineer. You need to know this. So introduction to programming will teach you the absolute basics of programming. It'll teach you like what everything means, you know, like arrays and functions and things like that. These are things you need to know, the bare basics of any programming language. So pay attention to that course. It's a somewhat intermediate course on study.com. Database programming, database management, data structures and algorithms. This is another class you want to pay attention to. It is also probably intermediate to maybe slightly above intermediate course on study.com. I did pass this one the first try, but it is difficult. I think I only passed with like a 77, 78 or something like that. But then again, I didn't quite take my time on it. But yeah, you need to know this for job interviews. Data structures and algorithms. So when you get your degree, guys, focus on your degree first. But after that, you want to focus on 2 other things. You want to focus on learning a coding language, and you want to focus on learning data structures and algorithms because that is going to help you pass an interview. The degree is just the first step. That just passes the human resources checkbox. It passes the hiring manager checkbox. You know, you can't even get a job in most fields in tech without a bachelor degree in a tech discipline, right? So this just gets you in the door. After that, you have to go learn a programming language and you have to learn data structures and algorithms. You would do that by going to leetcode.com or some other website, which will teach you how to solve these problems for the interview. So you need to know the basics of data structures and algorithms, pay attention to this course, and learn the basics. I'm not saying take forever on it, but you know, take a little more time than you usually would. Programming Python is the most, I wouldn't say easiest, but it's like the most common / easiest language to learn. It's very basic language, very popular, extremely popular because of how, you know, easy it is combined with how efficient it is. So it's just a very good language. I love Python a lot, and it's very good to learn this, and it's a good course on study.com. So here we go, another business class, and we get into the certificates / certifications here. AWS Cloud Practitioner will transfer in as Cloud Foundations. The Oracle stuff, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would literally just skip it and do it at WGU because these exams are hard. Oracle doesn't play around. But the rest of these certs I would try to knock out if you have the time and money to do so. So this one and then this one right here. So even though this one says mobile application development Android, WGU will accept this Certiport app development with Swift certification, which is a iOS course. So there is an Android course, but they no longer are accepting it right now. So this is the only one they accept for this to satisfy this right here. So I would hop on this and get this one done because I've heard this class is kind of hard at WGU. And then you have your CIW certs. Originally, I left all the CIW stuff off in the first spreadsheet. Why did I do that? I'm not a big fan of CIW. I've heard really bad things about it. You know, I've heard it's not just difficult, but like it's, you know, not the greatest quality. But then again, you know, we're not quite searching for quality, right? We're searching to get this degree done fast. But if you want to learn the information, you'd probably learn these courses better on WGU than CIW. And these courses are like crucial to your first job, right? Like, don't get me wrong, you're going to do a lot of self-learning afterwards, no matter what. But the most common job you are going to get as a software engineer, and a lot of jobs fall under the category of software engineer, right? And the most common one is a front-end developer. And what does a front-end developer do? Okay, you design websites, you work on the front end, which is what the user sees. And what do you learn? You learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you know, sometimes React, which is like all those things together. And basically these courses all teach you that: JavaScript programming, front-end development, user experience design, and user interface design. So these 4 courses are extremely crucial into you becoming a front-end developer. Whereas I don't think CIW would, you know, teach you the greatest material regarding that. So I would probably save all 4 of these for WGU as well, unless you really, really, really want to make sure you get this degree done in 6 months. Like I said, I would do this course, this one, and this one outside of WGU, but I think you can save these 4 and you can save these 3 and still possibly get this degree done in 1 term. So let's see here. Software security and testing. Oh, by the way, this is the user interface designer from CIW. If you're going to do any CIW course, I would do this one because it does satisfy 2 courses, which is like a nice little cheat code. So these are the courses you need to do at WGU. Software security and testing. I've never taken it, so I can't comment on it. Ethics and technology, very easy, 2-day exam. You'll get that done super quick, one of the easiest courses at WGU. Technical communication, 2 to 3 day writing assignment. Like I said, guys, the writing assignments, do not overwrite. Do not spend too much time on them. Get it done. Hardware and operation systems. I've heard this is an intermediate course. Software engineering, as I've discussed before, this is actually an easy 3-day writing assignment. Version control, a little 1-credit course. Backend programming might take you a little while. It teaches you the backend, which is also crucial to be a software engineer. You should know how to do backend as well. Backend is everything the user doesn't see. You know, you're working with databases, you're working with, you know, programming, how everything works, you know, functions, how things all intertwine and work together, basically. Software design and quality assurance. I've heard that's a somewhat easy course. Introduction to system thinking, sounds like a filler class. And you have your capstone. So your capstone, you might want to spend maybe a solid 2 weeks on that. So just budget time for that, like at least 2 weeks for this, and get all your courses done before those 2 weeks. So like I said, if you do all of these, right, get all of these done, and you do the AWS one, and you do the Certiport one and this one, that would mean you have 30 credits plus, let's say you do this one CIW course too, actually. So you would have 30 credits plus, you do this one at WGU, front-end development, 33, JavaScript programming, 36 credits, and then you have your Java classes, 39, 42, 45. So it'd be 45 credits at WGU, which I think is doable in one term. But to do 45 credits in one term, you really are gonna have to budget a lot of time. If you're working full-time, it might not work. If you're working full-time with kids, it might not work. So if you have a really, really busy schedule, then you might just want to get this down to 30 credits and transfer in everything on this spreadsheet to make sure you get it done in 6 months and don't pay another $4,000. Okay. I'm also going to give you guys a big cheat code. Okay. I don't think I've said this in any other video. All right. So this is not an official statement. All right. This is not an official statement whatsoever, but from what I've seen, from what I have experienced, WGU, you have to be low income though, right? And your FAFSA has to be submitted and you have to meet the income thresholds. If you make a lot of money on paper, you're not going to qualify regardless. But if you meet the income thresholds, WGU scholarships, they actually usually don't award your scholarship right away. So I believe if you accelerate, they tend to award more scholarships to accelerators because it shows them you are going to graduate. They do not want to award scholarships to people that are not going to graduate. So if you sign up and start knocking out a bunch of courses, your odds of a scholarship go up. Obviously, I can't guarantee a scholarship, and this is a completely unofficial statement by me, right? You know, I could be wrong on this, but I've seen it a lot where accelerators do get scholarships more so than non-accelerators. So don't count on a scholarship, but just in case you did have to do 2 terms at WGU, right? Let's say you only transferred in not as many listed on the spreadsheet. Let's say you transferred in, I don't know, 70 credits and you still got 50 left, which is kind of hard in one term. So you're aiming for 2 terms. If you get a scholarship one of those terms where it pays for like 75% of that term, then it's like, okay, you pay 1,000 right there, and then you pay 4,000 on the next term. So you're still getting a bachelor degree for 5,000. Also, if you are getting a Pell Grant, right, then the scholarship doesn't really matter because Pell Grants usually will pay an entire WGU term, depending on what your income is. So 2 terms would not hurt you that much because you're getting it free anyways, right? So like I said, if you want to do 1 to 2 terms, it is extremely doable. If you want to ensure 1 term, then yes, I would get it down to 30 credits. If you're fine with 2 terms, I'd get this down to 45 to 50 credits, but you can still do 45 to 50 credits in 1 term. It's absolutely 100% doable. It's just going to require more time. You know, people ask me, how much time should you set aside for study.com and WGU? Like, how do you accelerate so much? And it's hard to put an exact hour time frame on it, but I don't know. I'd probably say 6 hours a day, which sounds like a lot if you're working a full-time job, right? That's like your whole day. Job plus 6 hours, right? Well, that's why it's hard to do full acceleration when you're working a full-time job. So, you know, like I said, I did most of my stuff during the pandemic and a little after the pandemic as well. But yeah, like it was during the pandemic, obviously some of you had like a lot of time on your hands. You know, your job might have closed down and you know, you had a lot of time to work on your degrees. So that's why online colleges completely blew up during the pandemic. But even if you are working, like you should be able to accelerate at a decent pace. And just make this your main priority, right? Like, unless you have kids, right? Besides your kids and your full-time job, make this your complete priority, right? Just focus on this, make it your obsession, make it your priority, and get it done, right? I've noticed when people make something their priority, when people obsess over one thing, that's when they get it done. You know, just think about this. You know, spend all your time outside of your main priorities, like your full-time job and kids. Make this the thing you obsess over. Make it the thing you think about all the time. You know, make it fun for yourself. Like, oh, I'm going to get this class done today. That's the great thing about WGU and study.com and all these ACE credit platforms is you can get a class done fast and it makes you feel great about yourself. You know, it's really like this adrenaline rush. It's really addicting. That's why I think the future of college is this model. I think within the next 20 years, the college model will be similar to WGU and all these ACE credit platforms. I think a lot of schools will start offering this. You know, WGU, study.com, these ACE credit platforms, Thomas Edison State University, and some other schools, they are the pioneers of this, you know, model, this college model. And I think almost all the colleges will start offering a similar model, you know, and I think this is where college is going towards. So jump in on this model while you can, and get your degree done fast and affordable. You know, I never got a college degree until I figured out it is fast and affordable, because I did not want to spend $30,000 on a bachelor degree, and I didn't want to spend 4 to 5 years grinding, you know, on a bachelor degree. So anyways, guys, if you want to be a software engineer, this is a great degree to get. I love this degree. Like I said, it might be my new favorite degree, very close with computer science. If you are for sure you want to be a software engineer and not some other field in computer science, then, you know, I think I might actually prefer this degree over computer science, but it's very close, right? Computer science still is what they look for mostly, even as a software engineer job, right? Like if somebody has all the same projects, all the same experience, and somebody has a computer science degree versus software engineering, the tie still might slightly go to computer science. But like I said, I love this degree. When it comes to software engineering jobs, I think this might be my number one. You know, I wish I could enroll in this if it was free and just learn all these classes and get this degree. I already have a computer science degree, so it'd be kind of counterintuitive, but it would still be fun. Like these, I'm going to go over what classes sound fun here. So user interface stuff sounds fun. Front end sounds fun. JavaScript sounds fun. Mobile application sounds fun. So those will teach you how to be a front end developer, and this will teach you how to be a mobile developer. So those are fun courses. I wish I can take those personally. You know, then Java, your job may or may not deal with Java, but Java is great to learn as a software engineer because it is like this enterprise language, very fundamental. Each company is different though. Like I said, some will use Java, some won't. If you're going to be a front-end developer, you're going to be using JavaScript and not Java. So anyways, guys, this is a great degree. If you're in this degree, you made a wise decision, and I wish you the best of luck on it. If you want to hack the degree, if you're not in WGU yet, you can get 30% off study.com right there. And I wish you the absolute best of luck. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Feel free to email me. I'm trying to grow, and if you guys can like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. I'm coming towards the end of my WGU videos. I think I have a couple more after this. I have a software engineering one that will dive deep into some of the courses, not all the courses, but you know, more like these kind of courses right here. And then I will have a WGU nursing video as well, which I have not covered yet. And other than that, I'll start covering some things that might help you out. Like I'll be covering some Coursera things that have to do with programming and product management and a bunch of tech related stuff, right? So Coursera things I will cover, like I'll pick a program and just cover it like I do WGU videos. And I'll go over some other online courses. I'll show you helpful stuff like how to start a website. There's some good videos coming up, but like I said, this is coming to an end for my WGU stuff. So it's been a fun ride. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. Have a great day.